What's going on, guys? Z3Zane here, and today we're going to have a look at some basics. Today's episode is going to be based on blunt arrows and knocking out thralls. Find the easiest way to knock out a thrall and the lowest level you can be to go get yourself a decent tier 4 thrall. So that's what we're going to work on today. So let's get straight into it. So what we're going to need first, we're going to need a bow. And if we come up to the carpenter's bench, to make this bow that knocks people out really well, you want a crap bow basically. One of the shittest bows are these guys here, just with some branches and twine. You're going to want to grab yourself one of these guys. So find one that you think looks good and grab that guy. Let's go to this guy. And we'll craft him up. And as you can see, that's nice and fast. We have got a tier 4 thrall in here at the moment, but if we take that out, you have a look at what we need. So it's just 5, then it goes back down to 2, so it's not too bad. You don't even need the flawless one, you can grab one of these guys as well. It's probably even going to be better to grab one of these guys. Let's grab a different colour. So let's have a look here. We got damage 7, armor penetration 8. And damage 9, armor penetration 9. So we're going to go with the lesser one, because the lesser one is best in this situation that we're using. So let's grab that. And we're going to grab some blunt arrows here. We're going to go probably 200, which is more than enough. As you can see, the recipe there, and then we'll take out the tier 4. And we have a look at the recipe there, so it's just not too much extra. You can do this at a low level. To unlock the blunt arrows, if we go into our feats, I'm pretty sure you need to be like 30, I believe. Let's have a look. Blunt arrows here, 35 for the blunt arrows. And that's all you need to do is to unlock that. So once you unlock that, it's a lot easier to knock out thralls. So that's what we're going to go with. Now the binds, as you can see here, it's all in order. So you got the fibre, the rawhide, the leather, the chain, and you do need for the chain a tier 4 thrall, so as you can see over here. And then this undead one, that's from the unnamed city where you buy the scrolls. You can buy this scroll eventually with the fragments of power, so that's how you get this guy. But that's the order, and how long they take to decay will run out of timer. So yeah, that's the best one you're going to get is probably this guy. So we're going to grab that one. These Trojans here are the ones that you'll use first off, would be these ones. The steel one you need a tier 4 again, so you can make it there. Or actually, no, you don't need a tier 4, sorry, don't mind me. But it's just going to cost you less with a tier 4. This guy here is the unnamed city in the cellar. You can grab that off the first guy you see when you enter the cellar. You can grab one of these. Not all the time, the drop's a bit rare, but you'll find one. And the love tap is in the boss chests. If you keep opening up boss chests, you end up getting the love tap. With all these guys, I recommend we chuck a blunt fitting on them. So if you come over to the blacksmith table here, that's the blunt fitting there. And to come over here, you can see there's a blunt fitting here. It costs 5. We'll take the tier 4 out. Have a look. Costs 10. So it's going to cost 10 without this guy in there. So we're going to make a couple of those. And that's going to go on the bow there, as you can see. And we'll go grab, I think we'll just grab the steel guy, because most people are going to get their hands on this guy. I did pull this, a reinforced steel truncheon. That was in the admin panel. I don't know where to get that yet, so I don't even know if that's actually in the game. But if it is, put the comments down below where we can get this, because I'm not too sure if it's actually in the game or not at the moment. I would say it's not. Just something I come across and I thought it was interesting, so I picked it up. Let's come over here and put the blunt fitting on the Trojan. Now with this blunt fitting on the bow, we are going to be able to knock out thralls a lot faster. So we load up the arrows there, and we'll put the Trojan down there as well, and we'll grab this guy. And you also can do this on horseback, so why not, we'll grab a horse as well. And now we're going to go to the Mounds of the Dead, and we'll go for the Berserker first off. Where the Berserker is, you might even find a Snow Hunter but the Berserkers are guaranteed drop, so I'll probably go there first, or you can even go to the Leon. Both of those are guaranteed tier 4 drops, and both of them have their own benefits. The Sumerian Berserker is good with the health, the Leon's good with the strength. So whatever floats your fighting style is the way to go, and what I mean with that is if you want to get in there fast and help your thrall out, a Leon's probably good just to get the damage done, get in, get out. And Sumerian Berserker is probably good to let him sit him there for a bit while you go fight. So yeah, it's up to you. So I've marked these obelisks there, so I'm going to teleport there and we'll be in the Mountains of the Dead in no time. Alright, so we're in the Mountains of the Dead here, as you can see. So if you come from the obelisk and you run this way, right past the middle where the guy sits by the fire, as you can just see just in there, you'll run between these guys here. As you can see, it's kind of like there's a big gap over there and then it comes into this little point. And up here there's a snow hunter. Sometimes she spawns up there, so it's definitely worth climbing up there and having a look as well. Because we got a horse on us, we're going to tell the horse to stay here so he doesn't get chopped up. So we're just going to go tell him to stop following, and then we're going to come over here. And at each tier 4 fighter thrall there is a little spot where you can stand on. So let's get her attention here. Let's shoot some arrows at her. And then let's jump up this spot here. This is the go-to spot, and as you can see I can just sit up here and I can just lay some arrows into it. And then she'll go down nice and fast. After this we'll check how many arrows I've actually used. But it's usually around 40. I would say, or a bit less even. Like, it is pretty fast. As you can see there, I didn't take any damage. I didn't have to worry about nothing. So much easier. So let's have a look at our inventory. Alright, so that's 23 arrows there that we used, which is not much at all, so it's nearly half than what I thought. But with that advanced mod fitting, that's probably what takes out the other 20 that we don't need to do. Alright, so now we got our bindings. As you can see, I am dragging her behind me. Let's drag her up here, just so we're not in the water. And then we'll unbind her here, and we'll grab our horse. You cannot jump straight on the horse while holding her. You can do that, but then you won't. She'll let go. So maybe let her go and then pick her up like so, and then you can run home with the horse like so. And yeah, all is good. Turn around, have a look. She's dragging through the water like no tomorrow. So yeah, I'm gonna run back to base. I'm gonna set this guy up in a wheel of pain, and then we'll go knock out a Leon and show you guys that. But now let's go to the Leon. The Leons are over, let's get our bearings right next to the dam. Got a big dam here, and there's a little camp just off to the side just there. That's where we're going to go, but to go there we are going to go to the Bridge of Betrayal, and then we're going to travel down this way and we're going to come across there. So we're going to go do that right now, and then we'll meet you guys over there. But it's right here, and the coordinates to that is 10J. So go to 10J and right on the side of this guy and down a bit, and you'll be right there. So straight to the dam, under the dam, and you should see a little camp to the side. Yep, we'll be there in a second. Alright, so as you can see on the map, we are right around here. Still need to go down a little bit, but I'll give you a better idea. There is New Asgard just here, and the Bridge of Betrayal is just there, and we come running down here. You can always run up from the top too. I usually sit at the gutter, so the run up here is pretty short with a horse. I'll just grab a horse and come up here. But if you come down here, as you can see, this little outpost, so you got the bridge behind it, and a little outpost there. That guy standing right next to the fire there, that is Leon. That is the one we are after. So let's get down here. As always, we want to put the horse on standby. Alright, so now we've got the horse to stop. I usually come up here, and if we come up towards these spikes and just jump across these spikes, hopefully we don't aggro the archer, which it looks like we did, but that doesn't matter anyway. So let's grab our bow, and then we can start shooting this guy here. As you can see, he cannot come up here, and we can get a good shot on him and just go through him like that. so no problem there. Again, every tier 4 thrall has got a little spot you can stand on. If you can't find a spot like this, just jump on a rock or something, that's fine too. And with no problem there, we've knocked him out. Let's pick him up, run him back to the horse and get back to our little base. But it is as simple as that, and now we got the Leon. So there we go, and yeah, I'll meet you back at the little platform. Alright guys, so we're back, and as you can see we've got a Leon and our Cimmerian Berserker. Now if you're wondering how I'm training these guys up to be mine, you do need a Wheel of Pain, which is in your feats here. Now if we come down to, get it right, down to this guy in survival, you got Wheel of Pain here, you got a single, you got 4, and then you got 8, so you can put 8 people in this Wheel of Pain. If you shove a Taskmaster in there, it speeds up the whole process. Alright guys, so there's one more I wanted to show you guys, and this is the Beast Tamos. Another good thrall to grab when you're low level, and as you can see we are way over here. Right down here there's a little camp, so that's where you want to go for this guy, and that is 8. Let's go down 8N. So 8N, you'll see right next to the beach, but up the hill a little bit there's a little section over here, and that's where we're going. As you can see over here we've got this guy out here, and tamer. We've got the cats, and the cats, yeah, they're always going to jump on you, so watch out for them. So we're going to try and climb up here as fast as we can. Alright, so we're going to go up the tree, and then we're going to come up this end. We might need to get rid of this cat. Don't know why she's struggling so much to climb. There we go. But we're just going to climb up this tree and try and jump on this animal pen, just like that. And then if you come over to this side, this guy here is the Beast Tamos, so this is the one you want to knock out. So you come up here and you start shooting this guy like crazy, and he should knock out as well. We're going to crouch down so we can get to the end here. There we go. And as you can see, he's getting knocked out, no problem. And you just sit up here and knock this guy as well. But this is another thrall that you guys are going to want to have a look at. Also with good stats, so we'll take it back to the base and we'll have a look at his stats and see how he compares to the others. But to get him out of here, it is as easy as just jumping down and grabbing him and running out. Probably get tackled by those cats again, because the cats are pretty good. Even in PvP situations, they do alright. We're going to climb down here and jump down here, grab our horse and run back home, and I'll see you guys there. All these locations here are good to have a Wheel of Pain at, so you don't have to drag this guy all the way home. But yeah, we'll see you there. Alright guys, so as you can see, we've got the 3 main fighter thralls that I like to get. That's these guys here. We've got the Beast Tamos, the Leon, and the Cimmerian Berserker. Let's just have a look at these guys' stats, because we haven't had a look yet. So we've got 3-2, a little bit less in the health there. Really good in survival, really good in strength, but he starts with accuracy. So these are a pretty good thrall to have throwing axes on, or even a bow. You could even put a bow on this guy with 88% accuracy growth chance, which is pretty good. But that is the 3 fighters that I recommend. I'll put a screenshot on now of the different stats of each one, so you guys can have a look at that. Alright guys, so I've laid it all out here. So up the top in level 0s and down the bottom are level 20s. So if we come over here to the Beast Tamos first off, we can see his high accuracy is 88 and strength 79. And survival is pretty high as well. So if we come down here, you can see we have got a lot more points in survival, accuracy, and strength didn't do so well, but we are up there a little bit. And we also got minus perk for strength right there. So it really depends on these perks as well, on how good you guys are going to get. But as you can see, he got up to nearly 8,000 health, which is pretty good. for a Beast Tamos. This is the new patch as well. You got to keep in mind this is the patch where they've debuffed the thralls and half their health. So that's what we're looking at on there. Then Leon over here, you can see the strength is 30. Start off with a 64%. And agility is 76, so that's the high ones there. And the strength's gone up to 49, which is pretty high for that kind of chance. And that is pretty much everything there. The strength is the highest in Leon, which is kind of expected, and he's nearly got 8,000 health as well. You have a look over here, he has got a lot of health buffs. So really, to get these health buffs on a Leon is really fantastic, because you're going to have a lot of strength and a lot of health. Usually he's nowhere near 8,000, but he has had a lucky roll here. Sumerian Berserker is not so lucky. As you can see here, his vitality and the chance of vitality is the highest. You come down here, he's got 50 plus 3, so that's 53 vitality, but he's still down below 6,000. So he copped out hard on this one. Over here, his roll isn't too bad, like you don't need the accuracy, but the health and the survival isn't too bad at all. But yeah, as you can see, he copped out a bit. At the starting level, he's 4,000, higher than these other guys, but at the level 20, he's lower. So it's really just a chance of roll and how they actually come out. But yeah, that is the 3, and that's the 3 leveled. Obviously, if you level quite a few different ones, you'll get different results, but for the starting basis, I would go off the level 0s in this one's good for accuracy, this one's good for strength, and this one's good for vitality, even though it didn't come out later. He just had a bad leveling experience. So yeah, that's the thralls. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of knocking out tier 4 thralls. Just a little recap, you have to be level 35. You need to put an advanced blunt kit on your bow. You can do it without the blunt kit, but it will cost you more arrows. And again, level 35 to make the blunt arrows. And the chain bindings and all that are in the torches bench. Get your Wheel of Pain out ready. You can run on a horse and drag the thrall with you. And the Beast Tamos, good for accuracy. The Leons, good for strength. And the Berserker is good for health. So that is the basic roundup. Obviously your perks are going to make a big difference in these guys on what perks you get, but that is what we got for this episode. If you have seen all these things I've got lying around, make sure you check out my other videos. This is a tread tower that takes like 300 bombs I've placed in this guy, and I've only done that much damage, and as you can see it's floating here. If you want to see how to do that, make sure you check out my other videos. There's a couple of really cool map rooms here as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode on Z Free Zone. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, and to see a lot more videos along the way. I'm Z Free Zone, and I'll catch you guys next time. See yous.